Welcome back, friendly neighbors and Spidey fanatics. Today, we're talking about villains. With rumors still circulating about Spider-Man 3, everyone is getting ready to experience the biggest Spider-Man movie yet. One of the first rumors to come out was that Jamie Foxx is guaranteed to return as Max Dillon, aka Electro. Admittedly, Electro wasn't portrayed all that well in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. He was grossly nuked from most of his raw power. Let me explain. Electro's power constantly allows him to absorb electrical energy. He's basically a walking storm cloud mixed with an electrical grid station on steroids. Now, obviously that means his powers are dangerous. So dangerous, in fact, that when Spider-Man first touched Electro, his body immediately went into shock from the thousands of volts that went into Spidey's body and knocked him out cold. In order to do that, Electro produced only 50 volts of electricity from a single touch, just to knock Spider-Man out. And that's only 1% of Electro's power. With Electro's power to generate and absorb electricity, it could also enhance his physical strength and speed to even surpass Spider-Man's. For example, if Electro was able to absorb energy from a generator or an energy grid like he did in Amazing Spider-Man 2, he was able to move at the speed of electricity. Electromagnetic waves of electricity travel at nearly the speed of light, meaning that Electro is just under the speed of light travel. That is crazy. Max Dillon wasn't anyone special. He wasn't a billionaire or a scientist overcome by his monstrous creation. He was a simple electrician who had a freak accident. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he can definitely hold his own against heroes with intelligence like Spider-Man and Daredevil simply by flexing his power and overwhelming them. It may take them a while to figure out how to stop Electro, but if you don't, you're in serious trouble. In the new Avengers story arc, Electro was hired to free all of the prisoners in Rikers Island, the prison that holds mass murderers and super criminals. He was able to do it in just minutes, manipulating all the power in the prison and opening all the prison cell doors. Although Electro was eventually caught, he was still praised for his immense display of power. When Electro used his powers to release the prisoners, he would have had to manipulate every machine in Rikers Island. We're talking about 415 acres with over 7,000 prisoners, which means Electro had to manipulate well over 100,000 electronic pieces of equipment in order to release the prisoners without killing anyone in the process. And think about this, if Electro never got caught, he could do this again and again if he wanted to. That's scary. In the Spider-Man PS4 video game, Electro wasn't interested in robbing banks or becoming a top criminal kingpin. He wanted to become pure energy for New York's power supply. Electro would need the power of 11 billion watts running every hour. That is a huge amount of electrical power. Here's why. To power 100 homes would be 1 megawatt. And 1 megawatt equals 1,000 kilowatts, which finally equals 1 million watts. And that's only 100 homes. Yes, there are variables that would debunk this equation, but since we're talking about the Marvel Universe here, yeah, don't question it. Bottom line is, if Electro were to ever even come close to those numbers, there'd be no one in New York to stop him. Through Electro's years of trials and tribulations, he was able to gain the power to manipulate electromagnetic fields, similar to what Magneto can do. This makes Electro even more dangerous. Not only can he hurl bolts of lightning, but he can throw cars, steel beams, sewer grates, anything with a metallic alloy. Imagine Electro with all this power and having Magneto's intelligence. Wow, that would be actually a cool video to do. Comment down below if you think we should talk about that. Electro was a founding member of the Sinister Six, the group of supervillains hell-bent on killing Spider-Man for good. Electro was a valuable member of the group, sometimes unstable but a deadly foe nonetheless. He has brought Spider-Man to his knees on several occasions with the help of his allies, but his recklessness always foils the plans of the Six one way or another. In the early years of Peter Parker's work at the Daily Bugle, he was the primary source of Spider-Man media for the paper by taking pictures of Spider-Man. Electro was looking to make a name for himself as Spider-Man's most dangerous villain. What better way to do that than destroy one of the main sources of Spider-Man's fame? Electro did exactly that. He destroyed the building, killing more than 100 people and bringing a temporary end to the famed publication. During a brief time in which Electro lost his powers, he had nothing but revenge on his mind. Thanks to an experiment from the crime boss known as Rose, Electro not only got his powers back, but he gained more abilities and got even stronger. In his first comeback battle with Spider-Man, Electro brought him to his knees and Spider-Man was begging for mercy. Spider-Man had to retreat and rethink his strategy on how to defeat Electro. Spider-Man built a rubberized suit to protect him from Electro's blast attacks, and without this suit, Spider-Man would have been defeated for sure. Although he got a huge power boost from the Rebirth storyline, it was in the Gauntlet storyline where we saw why Electro is so deadly. Electro, while rocking new lightning bolt scars on his face, revealed his most powerful ability yet, the ability to turn into living lightning. Notice how I said lightning and not electrical energy. A typical lightning flash is 300 million volts and about 30,000 amps. That's enough energy to power an incandescent light bulb for about 3 months, or the equivalent compact fluorescent bulb for about a year. He was able to turn his entire body into electrical energy and travel from one end of New York City to the other. New York City is 2.3 miles wide. For an average runner to run 2.3 miles would take them about 20 minutes, and Electro to travel there in seconds. Still not light speed, but nonetheless insanely fast. So those are 10 deadly facts about Electro. Leave a comment below and let us know what you thought, if we missed any, or what villains you want to see us feature in a future video. Until then, stay subscribed to the Spider-Man fan channel, click like, share it with your friends who are Spider-Man fans, and keep coming back to the Spider-Man fan channel for all the best Spider-Man videos. I'm swinging out of here.